Welcome back to TesLUCKY, the YouTube channel where you can follow the adventures of Lucky the Tesla. I really love listening to audiobooks while I am driving Lucky, and today I am going to tell you a little bit about the audiobook, the book that was written by and read by Elon's mom, Maye Musk. But first, as it relates to our channel, if you already love Tesla, if you're thinking about buying a Tesla, or if you're just curious about electric vehicles in general, please subscribe to our channel, TesLUCKY. All of our videos are Tesla related, and click the bell for notifications. So this video is definitely Tesla related, right? I mean, Elon's mom, that's got to be Tesla related. The book is titled A Woman Makes a Plan, Advice for a Lifetime of Adventure, Beauty, and Success. So I'm a woman with a plan. I think Maye Musk would be proud of that. I've got an outline here, and I'm really excited to tell you about her book. I don't think I would be sitting here in my Tesla Model X filming a video for our Tesla related YouTube channel if it wasn't for Maye Musk giving birth to Elon. So I was looking for some new audiobooks to listen to on Audible, and I discovered her book kind of by accident, and I was like, I saw the last name and I thought, well, I mean, you know, she has to be Elon's mom, and of course I looked her up on Wikipedia and confirmed that. The book is 5 hours and 20 minutes, which is a great length. The actual print version is 224 pages. What I want to do today is I just want to give you 5 takeaways that I had about Maye Musk's book. Takeaway number 1. Maye Musk is a really big deal. You may think her son is a big deal, and come on, he is, but she is a really big deal. Google her. She's amazing. First of all, she's beautiful and she's stunning, and she does incredible model work. I mean, she's been on the cover of Time magazine. She's been on countless other covers. She became CoverGirl's oldest spokesmodel at age 69. She's incredibly smart. She's got 2 master's degrees. She's worked as a dietitian and a nutritionist almost her entire life. She's done research in her field. She's done a Beyonce video. And of course, now she's an author, and she's a mother to 3 very successful kids, and she's got 11 grandchildren. I think it was 11. Hope it was 11. Maybe it's 12. I think it was 11. She's amazing. Maye Musk is a really big deal, and I really had no idea. So I am very happy to know more about Maye Musk. Number 2. She was a perfect woman to become Elon's mom. I sincerely believe this. I really loved hearing the stories of how hard she worked as a single mom with a number of jobs to provide for her children, to set them up for a life of success, to support them in their decision-making process as they, you know, grew into adults. Now, all 3 of her kids are very successful. They're all have an entrepreneurial spirit, and I just think that the way Maye Musk thinks, like the psychology of motherhood to her, was a really good fit for these kids. I mean, she writes in the book, this is a quote of hers that I really loved: change, make mistakes, and then don't be afraid to change again and make more mistakes. I just think that's very profound. Change can be a very good thing, and there's always going to be mistakes made, but you can learn from them and you can grow and become a better, more successful person. And it just reminds me of when I read Elon's book, his autobiography. He was talking about Tesla and SpaceX, and basically saying that if there were no failures and if there were no mistakes, that they weren't like, they didn't have the bar like high enough, that they weren't striving to accomplish the maximum potential if there weren't mistakes along the way, and that mistakes are a good thing and that you learn from your mistakes. And I can just tell from listening to the stories that Maye Musk would tell that her children learned this at a very early age, and I'm sure that it gave them the confidence to pursue their dreams. Number 3. And let's take her kids out of this for a minute and just focus on Maye Musk for herself. She has led a really interesting life. She has really interesting stories. Just was like really, really engrossed in her stories. I mean, she has just seen and done a lot of interesting things in her life. And some of her stories are like really incredible stories about struggle, and some really unflattering stories about Elon's dad. But all of her stories have led to a happy ending. I mean, she's 71. She seems to be like very, very happy and comfortable in her own skin, you know, very successful. And all of her experiences have led her to the now. And she really does seem to enjoy and appreciate the now and each and every day for what it's worth. Number 4. I found Maye Musk to be extremely relatable. Extremely relatable. So she is a nutritionist, and she's beautiful, and she's got a very good body, which she works hard for. She talks about the fact that she has to like make good choices with her food and her exercise, and she has struggled with weight at a couple points in her life. She did work for a while at what the industry considered to be a plus size model, but she doesn't preach perfect in her book. I mean, she talks about making good choices with food and making good decisions with exercise and physical activity 80% of the time is probably enough. And she talks about liking greasy food and desserts and rum and Diet Coke and, you know, different things that are, you know, indulgences in her life. She talks about when it's time to treat yourself to a dessert, which is something that she believes that people should do, that they should enjoy life, and that every now and then they should have the dessert. But she talks about like making sure that that dessert is just flat out delicious, that if it's an average dessert, it's probably not worth the calories, and don't eat it just because it's there. If it's not amazing and if you're not savoring every bite, then save your indulgence for something that is. And I just like really like cracked up at that, because that is something I have thought to myself like many times, like, you know, what's worth it and what's not. Like, for example, the pumpkin cheesecake at Cheesecake Factory. Very, very worth it. Okay, so the 5th takeaway from this book is that I am now sure that I am pronouncing Elon's name correctly, because Maye refers to her son as Elon, and I have heard a couple of people pronounce Elon's name differently, sort of saying like Elan, not Ellen like, you know, Ellen, but like Elan, as opposed to Elon or Elan. And the first time I heard it, I was really confused. I didn't know who the person was talking about. I was kind of like, who dat? Elon? Elan? Anyway, one of these people actually worked for Tesla, and it made me think, like, you know, maybe like the whole world is just pushing the easy button on how to pronounce Elon. And I wondered at the time, I wonder how Elon's mom would pronounce her name. So she pronounces his name in the audiobook Elan. Now, if she pronounced it Elon her whole life, or if she just joined the Elon bandwagon, I don't know. But I liked hearing her pronounce his name as Elon. So those are my 5 takeaways. I would say definitely a thumbs up. I really, really enjoyed it, and I can definitely, strongly recommend this book or audiobook to anyone who is interested in her life or her tips for success as it relates to the topics in the title of her book, Adventure, Beauty, and Success. I do think that based on the title of the book, A Woman Makes a Plan, that women probably are her target demographic. I don't know if a man would enjoy her book as much as potentially women would, I believe. But I would love to hear from any men who did read it. It's certainly possible that there could be men out there who are just interested in learning a little bit more about Elon's mom and would want to read this book. And her advice isn't really specific to women. She does have a chapter where she talks pretty much exclusively about fashion, and I think there is a chapter where she's talking a lot about makeup and elements of the modeling industry that she's worked in for the majority of her life. Now, as for you Tesla divas, particularly the ones that I interact with in the Tesla Divas Facebook group, I would consider this book to be a must read, or this audiobook to be a must listen for you Tesla divas. I think that there's so many interesting stories, such a positive and practical message that I think you would really enjoy it. Definitely, once again, thumbs up, way up for the Maye Musk book. I am so happy that I now know who she is. I understand she's very active in social media, so I have liked her Facebook page and started following her on Twitter. I need to check to see if she's on Instagram. She probably is. And I'm looking forward to following her career from this point out. And I probably at some point will listen to her book again. I enjoyed it. That much. Oh, I'm going to put a link in the description where you can buy the physical book copy. You can put it on your Kindle. You can download the audiobook like I did. If you have any questions at all about listening to audiobooks in your Tesla and the easiest way to make that happen, I have an audible.com account. I'd be more than happy to share those tips with you either in the comments below or in a separate video. Let me know if that would be of interest. Please share this video with anyone that you think might enjoy her book. I think this book is definitely deserving of success, and that we should all support Maye Musk and spread the word on her book. But read it first, listen to it first, make sure you enjoy it as much as I did. So thank you so much for watching this TesLUCKY video. We hope you will agree with us that it is indeed Tesla related, Elon's mom, and we will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Click the bell for notifications so that you don't miss all of our future videos, and have a wonderful day filled with adventure, beauty, and success.